Hello and welcome to the news at 10 on NTA News 24. We are live in Abuja. I am Olajide Bello. First the headlines. ECOWAS and United Nations World Food Programme launched second phase of food security and nutrition project in Nigeria. Federal government hints at restructuring of unity colleges. Federal Road Safety Corps commences special operations against conveying petroleum and other inflammable substances in passenger vehicles. Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, in partnership with the United Nations World Programme, have launched a second phase of food security and nutrition project for Katsina, Sokoto and Zamfara states. Musa Babali reports about the project will provide food and nutrition assistance and livelihood support to more than 14,000 individuals over a period of 6 months.
Insecurity resulting from the activities of bandits and terrorists has led to hunger and malnutrition in some farming communities in the northern parts of the country. It was estimated that more than 6.3 million people were in need of food stabilization in Katsina, Sokoto and Zamfara due to insecurity in parts of the states. Consequently, the intervention of the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, World Food Programme and the federal government is expected to alleviate the food insecurity challenges in the states. The second phase of the intervention project was launched in Katsina State.
ECOWAS Commission that came up with the idea of setting aside $1 million to be given to Nigeria every year so that they will come up with a program.
On top of that, we are providing this nutritious food, the corn soya blend, which is a mix of soya and corn and enriched with vitamins and minerals, and that is provided to the pregnant and lactating women and their children under 2.
The project will provide food and nutrition assistance and livelihood support to 14,500 individuals over a period of 6 months in Sokoto and Katsina states.
I therefore expect a significant improvement in the operation and delivery of humanitarian assistance in Katsina State at the end of the project.
On behalf of the Nigerian government, I wish to express profound gratitude to our independent partners, the ECOWAS and World Food Programme, for their continuous support and funding, which has immensely touched the lives of vulnerable persons affected by conflict.
Muhammad Nahuchi and Amina were some of the beneficiaries who appreciated the gesture, saying it will go a long way in addressing their food and nutrition challenges. Musa Baba Aliyu, NTA News.
Additional projects to actualize the Gombe Capital Special Development Zone, a move to modernize Gombe State, has been flagged off by Governor Muhammad Unwar Yahya. Emmanuel Akila reports that over 24 billion naira multiple projects jointly flagged off include roads, schools and hospitals in a layout to immortalize the late Emir of Gombe, Usman Shehu Abubakar.
The layout in Bar 4 for the project that is a part of the Gombe Capital Special Development Zone is carved out over a decade even before the creation of Gombe State, but left undeveloped for over 40 years now. Having revoked the right of occupancy title in an executive order over the land, with the original owners having the right of first refusal, the state government has a plan for the area to connect the state capital with the suburbs.
These projects, as part of the Gombe Capital Special Development Zone initiative, represent the cornerstone of our urban renewal reforms and a demonstration of our shared commitment to sustainable urban planning and development.
The effort by the government is welcomed by the people as it is intended for the transformation they desire.
If you look at the outskirts of Gombe, it's surrounded by haphazard development, squatter settlement, ghetto settlements where you cannot enter straight with your car without deviating. So we want to, stop all those problems that are trying to enter even the GRA.
The project in Bafo layout, designed by the Gombe Geographic Information Systems (GOGIS) to provide basic infrastructure and other public utilities, is named Shehu Abubakar District to immortalize the late Emir's legacies. Other projects flagged off are roads construction and girl erosion control. In Gombe, Emmanuel Akila, NTN News.
3 schools of health and technology in Jigawa State have been upgraded to School of Nursing and Midwifery in an effort to produce more nursing and midwives to cater for the health needs of the state and the country at large. This was announced by a delegation from the Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria, led by its registrar, Dr. Farouk Abubakar, to Jigawa Government House. Tutsi Muhammad Musa Askira reports.
In line with the 12-point agenda of Governor Umar Namadi administration, which accords priority attention to the health sector and the well-being of citizens living in the state, the accreditation of 3 more schools of nursing and midwifery located in Hadija, Jahun and Babura local government areas is described as a step in the right direction. With the accreditation of these new schools of nursing and midwifery in Jigawa State, the registrar of the Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria, Dr. Farouk Abubakar, says Nigeria will have about 42,000 more nursing and midwives to be injected into the nation's health system for effective and efficient service delivery.
30 nurse educators that are fully qualified has also been recruited by your government, and to add value in terms of the human resource in this institution. These are all commendable efforts that has added value for better training of qualified and competent nurses.
Our objective is to make sure that in each local government headquarters we have a secondary facility. We are also, in terms of the tertiary level, in each territorial district, we are going to have 1 tertiary hospitals. And therefore, that will complete the layer of health from primary, secondary to tertiary.
The Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria notes that in Jigawa State, candidates who have completed their secondary school education in the hard-to-reach communities will be admitted and educated in the schools freely and be made to serve their respective communities after graduation. From Dutse, Muhammad Musa Askira, NTA News.
And in the meantime, efforts by the 3 tiers of government in Nigeria to ensure affordable and accessible healthcare delivery to the people has gained a boost in Sokoto and Kebbi states. This is coming as the Sultan of Sokoto, Muhammad Saad Abubakar III, through his foundation, distributed drugs and consumables to 2 states at a brief ceremony in Sokoto. Dalhatu Abdullahi reports.
The drugs donated by the Sultan Foundation for Peace and Development, worth more than 1 billion naira, was received from MAP International, a US-based global health organization with financial support from Reed Foundation. The drugs donated include life-saving medicine and health supplies to underserved communities around the world. The consignments, made up of prescription drugs, generic drugs, multiple micronutrient supplement, and medical supplies, were handed to the representatives of Sokoto and the Kebbi states governments. Emir of Arungungu Alhaji Samail Muhammad Mera, who is also the coordinator of Sultan Foundation, appreciates the federal government of Nigeria for waiving custom duties worth 254 million naira to facilitate import of the drugs and consumables.
This support we got is one out of so many that we have received in the past, that we have within our capacity also, worked out to support our governments at all levels. The effort to promote immunization in northern Nigeria is being promoted by the foundation.
The Director General Drugs and Medical Supplies Management Agency, Sokoto State, pharmacist Umar Attahiru, and Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Health, Kebbi State, Dr. Shehu Nuhu Koko, expressed gratitude to the Sultan Foundation and the donors and assured that the drugs will be judiciously utilized.
We are grateful to them. We are grateful to those who have brought them to make this donation, that is the Sultan Foundation.
The remaining consignment of the drugs and consumables are expected to arrive the country in due course and will be distributed to other states of the Federation. In Sokoto, Dalhatu Abdullahi, NTA News.
This is the news at 10 on NTA News 24. Let's take a break now. More reports when we return. Thanks for being there. Federal Unity colleges across Nigeria would have new look structurally in the next 6 months. Minister of Education Professor Tahir Mamman says while receiving the Water, Sanitation and Hygiene WASH project report, which makes up 40% of the rehabilitation project in 92 Unity colleges across the country, Professor Mamman commends the speed of execution and pledges to always work together with providing conducive learning environments for students.
Very, very essential facilities to keep students clean, healthy, and provide a very clean environment for them to be in school. And as we have had, even the communities around the schools are benefiting from the facilities. When you have schools with this kind of environment, you will need very little to persuade learners to go to school.
Presenting the report, National Coordinator, Adolescents Girls Initiative for Learning and Empowerment, Amina Buba Harna, notes that the first phase of the project, comprising construction of water and sanitary facilities, is fully completed, citing the durability, safety and inclusiveness in all the colleges. She says the second phase, which takes up 60%, will focus on laboratories, ICT centers, hostels and other infrastructure based on the needs of each school, will commence soon. Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities, SANU, has emphasized the importance of honoring reached agreements between parties in averting further industrial disputes. SANU President Muhammad Ibrahim harped on these and other resolutions of the union while briefing newsmen after its National Executive Council meeting in Abuja. Joseph Utsen reports.
It is one of the regular convergence of executive members of the Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities, SANU, to discuss and assess not just affairs in the universities but also the state of the nation as they affect members of the union. Key on the table is the federal government's approval for the payment of earned allowances.
We are aware that the sum of 50 billion naira was appropriated in the 2023 budget year for this purpose. NEC therefore calls on government to investigate and also as a matter of urgency release the already appropriated funds.
Another burning issue is the release of 4 months withheld salaries of members of the union as directed by President Bola Tinubu.
NEC therefore calls on the relevant government agencies who are responsible for this delay to, as a matter of urgency, implement the directive of Mr. President by paying our members their 4 months withheld salaries.
On the state of the nation, the union underlines significant agricultural policies that will support increased food production as major step towards food sustainability and economic growth.
Mechanized farming should be the way to go, and government should also fashion out ways to provide sustainable and adequate security for local farmers to enable them go to their farms in order to provide food security for this great country, Nigeria.
SANU is hopeful the federal government reconstituted committee for the renegotiation of the 2009 federal government and SANU agreement expedite action to commence negotiation for industrial harmony. In Abuja, Joseph Utsen, NTA News.
We will not relent in promoting Nigeria's cultural values through educational programs, says Minister of State for Education Dr. Tanko Sununu as part of the sessions at the President's School Debate Nigeria Finals. Zinret Ding reports.
If you want to restore and bring back education system in Nigeria, you should focus on educating the girls.
Nigerian students depicting the importance of education through intellectual arguments on issues of concern in the sector. 6 teams from Rivers, Kwara, Enugu, Osun, Ekiti states and the FCT took turns defending their motions, with Team Enugu clinching the first prize. Minister of State for Education Dr. Yusuf Tanko Sununu and other interested groups underscored the importance of engaging students in such activities that will enhance their creativity and innovative ideas for a better Nigeria.
It helps us to model them and improve their critical thinking skills. It also encourages us to see how students participate, collaborate, and work in harmony as a team.
Strive for greatness and work together toward a brighter future for Nigeria, embracing diversity and promoting inclusivity.
This championship is not just about individual achievements. It is a celebration of the collective spirit that thrives in our students.
All the states that participated in the national finals will represent Nigeria at the International Debate Championships.
Minister of the FCT Nyesom Wike, in addition to sponsoring the event, donates 500,000, 300,000 and 200,000 naira respectively to the first 3 teams. In Abuja, Zenred Dingmoon, NT News.
Grassroots Mobilizers for Better Nigeria Initiative, a non-governmental organization, is mapping out of school children in the Federal Capital Territory in support of the National Commission for Almajiri and Out-of-School Children Education's efforts to get every child enrolled in school. This outing by the volunteers of the Grassroots Mobilizers for Better Nigeria Initiative is in line with its core vision of leaving no child behind through provision of education for all. Chairperson of the initiative, Ambassador Fatima Mohammed Goni, led members to the Mabushi area of Abuja scavengers dump site, where many of the scavengers from across the country indicated interest in the Get Enrolled in School for both formal and Almajiri education.
Discuss with them, and some of them, most of them, they didn't go to school, they didn't attend Western education. That is the main problem, the main issue. Government has to intervene.
Half of these boys here wants to go to school, and the remaining half they are ready to learn any skills work that there is going to be offered to them.
Just appealed for government assistance towards integrating them into the society, as most of them are willing to be responsible citizens of the country. Chief of Army Staff Lieutenant General Tauri Lagbaja has reaffirmed the Nigerian Army's dedication to upholding the country's constitution and promoting national values through security. This was at the closing ceremony of the Chief of Army Staff 2nd and 3rd Combined Quarter Conference in Uyo. Evelyn Badoyepo reports.
The Nigerian Army Conference serves as a vital platform for evaluating the Army's activities, reviewing operational welfare and administrative achievements, and discussing policy implementation and projections. Chief of Army Staff urges Nigerians to collaborate with security agencies to ensure safety of citizens.
I assure Mr. President of the unflinching loyalty and commitment of the Nigerian Army to the country's constitution and promotion of our national interests and values.
He expresses optimism about the success of the housing scheme for soldiers, appreciating Akwa Ibom State for its partnership.
The choice provision provided by the state for the housing estate along the airport road shows the importance His Excellency's government places on the scheme. I am optimistic that we are citizens of the Akwa Ibom State government. Your awards today will be another huge success.
Plaques were awarded to 3 senior level commanders who were posted out for their contributions to the Army. Evelyn Badu Epo, NTA News.
A total of 578 recruits have been officially inaugurated for training at the Nigerian Police Training School, Ilorin, with a call on the new intakes to be disciplined and see their new status as a call to duty for the Nigerian nation. The report.
The 578 recruits who are from Kwara and Kogi are among the 10,000 successful applicants in the 2022 constable recruitment. Formally welcoming the candidates to the training school, the Kwara State Commissioner of Police represented challenged them to be dutiful in training and not be distracted in order to come out in flying colors. Nigerian police is rebranding, and the recruits must be ready to be the new face of the force that works for the people.
Whatever they are teaching you is not for you to pass the exam alone. It's just like a medical doctor. They are not teaching a medical doctor so that you will do exam and pass. Because the thing they are teaching them, you will use it throughout this job. So it's not just to pass. When they teach you stealing, when you go to the field, you will confront those who steal, and you know the elements in stealing.
The inauguration provides an avenue for the commandants of the training school to roll out the code of conduct for the new intakes. Lateness to parades, stealing, absenteeism, and other forms of indiscipline are some of the acts the recruits must avoid in the next 6 months of training to avoid sanctions.
Physical assault, abusive and use of derogatory language among recruits on training and other personnel of the college is prohibited in the school.
You should always make use of your mosquito net to prevent yourself from being bitten by mosquito.
We are going to be humane. Nobody will be witch hunting, and nobody will be maliciously dealt with. But just obey all the guiding rules read to you today.
The recruits in training is comprised of 247 candidates from Kwara and 331 from Kogi, with a total number of 441 male against 137 females.
This is the news at 10 on NTA News 24. Here's a recap of our top stories. ECOWAS and United Nations World Food Programme launched second phase of food security and nutrition project in Nigeria. Federal government to restructure federal unity colleges soon. Federal Road Safety Corps commences special operations against conveying petroleum and other inflammable substances in passenger vehicles. Many thanks for being there. The Issaquah Community Association in New York has honored a distinguished member, Dr. Victoria Ike Ihemadu, following her certification as Women's Health and Psychiatric Mental Health Nurse Practitioner. The occasion also served as a celebration of her birthday. Members of the Issaquah community from diverse backgrounds and professions assembled for the event. Dr. Ihemadu profoundly appreciated well wishes in her husband, who she said supported her from their days of courtship in the university back home until she graduated as a banker, and continued to encourage her in all her academic, including her father.
Texas, he was there. So he's been there all the way, like all the way.
Mazi Ndukwe, who spoke on behalf of the Issaquah Association in New York, described Victoria's accomplishments as outstanding.
The man will not stay there. Where is it going? Is it going to Ariana Market?
The association also paid special tributes to one of its esteemed pillars and elder statesman, Basil Biampa, for his significant contributions to the community. The remains of celebrated music icon Onyeka Onwenu have been laid to rest. Her body was committed to Mother Earth at Ebony Vaults in Ikoyi, Lagos. Bolaji Hakim report.
A royal farewell for a woman whose works, courage and passion earned her the name the Elegant Stallion. Iconic musician, actor, broadcaster, politician and activist Onyeka Onwenu joined her forebears at a private ceremony with family members, close friends, associates, and eminent Nigerians in attendance.
She was a good sister, indeed. She impacted the life of people, many people. She's a legend, and she made our name, our family name, Onwenu, to be heard all over the world.
Can only thank him for his grace of giving us such a wonderful and impactful soul to our dear country, Nigeria. And she remains so till death, doing what she's used to doing best.
Onyeka represented hard work, consistency, and a lady that everybody called Stallion.
She lived a good life. She left a legacy behind. She left great songs behind. And I wish the young people will listen to her music, her message, and see that it is all about lyrics, melody, and arrangement.
Born on January 31, 1952, in Arondizogu, Imo State, Onyeka Onwenu left her footprint in the sands of time with impact in several sectors. From her days as a broadcaster with the Nigerian Television Authority (NTA) as a newscaster and reporter, to her outstanding career as a musician and one who helped to promote the Nigerian music industry, culture and arts. Her songs, advocacy and legacies will surely live after her. Onyeka Onwenu died July 30, 2024, after a lovely performance at an event in Lagos.
And that's the news at 10 on NTA News 24. Thanks for watching. I am Olajide Bello.